For centuries, Jews struggled to hold onto Torah against all odds. Surrounded by hatred, excluded from society, attacked for their clothing, their traditions and beliefs, they cleaved to their heritage with heroic strength. A new country beckoned with its promise of freedom. But freedom, too, had its dangers. Some parents dreamed that their children could become real Americans. Public school would open doors for them. They could blend into society and become just another subculture in a land full of immigrants. And blend they did. Nothing is left of the heritage their ancestors laid down their lives for.
Isser Danielovich Dembski became Kirk Douglas. Leo Jacobi became Lee J. Cobb. David Kaminsky became Danny Kaye. Edward Iskevitz became Eddie Cantor. Melvin Hesselberg became Melvin Douglas. Muni Wiesenfreund, a star of the Yiddish theater, became Paul Muni. Emanuel Goldenberg became Edward G. Robinson. The G was a reminder of who he really was.
And yet, they know almost nothing. Not Aleph Beis, not the simplest law of Shabbos or Yom Tov, not a word of the tefillos that sustained their families for generations.
They are succeeding as their grandparents could never have dreamed they would, ascending to the top of every profession and business. And yet, they know almost nothing. Not Aleph Beis, not the simplest law of Shabbos or Yom Tov, not a word of the tefillos that sustained their families for generations. With nothing to bind them to Torah, they drift away. Intermarriage is the logical next step, and with it comes the death of a family's Jewish future. A people destined to be counted like the stars of the sky sees one after another of its precious stars extinguished. But Oorah knows that the light never dies. Our mission to reignite these spiritual lights began nearly 30 years ago with a search for electric menorahs. Then, as today, we find in these homes families who are proud of their heritage, but disconnected from Torah. Our first step is to build trust with our Jewish brothers and sisters living all around us. For all of the doors that never open a crack, one will eventually open, sometimes after months of follow-up. Slowly, patiently, our volunteers search for the spark they know is there. The chance to learn Torah is the key to igniting the spark. And that's why learning is the cornerstone of Oorah's Kiruv method. Ahavas Yisrael, love of our fellow Jew, is the key to it all. Our only truly successful strategy is to show care, concern, compassion, and friendship to every member of every family that becomes part of Oorah's family. This means taking the time and making the effort to find out what the family needs and how we can help. The key is sincere personal involvement. In order for a family to develop a genuine excitement about their heritage, they need to experience the pure joy of it. And their friends at Oorah make sure they have those opportunities.
Hi, Rebbe Mintz and Oorah and the whole Oorah family. I want to thank you so much for a beautiful Purim Seudah and a beautiful Purim celebration. There would not be a Purim without Oorah. Thank you so much.
Happy Purim, Chag Sameach. Thank you for having us.
Another vital step in a family's journey toward a Torah life is to discover the beauty and peace of Shabbos. Shabbat with Oorah creates a warm, uplifting environment that has inspired many families to bring Shabbos into their own homes.
The rabbis are very nice. They have great speeches. Everyone gets involved and stuff. People ask any type of questions. No one feels embarrassed at all. So any types of question about Judaism or something, you can ask it to whoever you want because everyone is ready to answer it.
The feeling of closeness that Oorah brings to your household, the feeling of religion that it brings to your household. Even if you're not religious, you just need to come and feel how Rabbi Mintz makes you feel comfortable, and it just makes you want to come back every year.
We discovered Oorah, Rabbi Mintz, his children. They helped us all throughout the way. They were holding our hand through everything, and now everything is great. Now I'm in yeshiva already. I'm almost through with Shas right now. It's just amazing. Thanks to Rabbi Mintz.
Yet the only sure way to prevent a generation from being lost to Torah is to reach out to the children and teach them how to live as Jews. Oorah asks parents to think about what their children are learning, not just from books, but from friends and the influences around them.
And there's also no drugs over here and crime like there is in other public schools that I know.
Then we help the parents see that there's a better way. We try to help them catch a glimpse of the rich, productive, and moral life a Torah education will give their children. We let them know that there's a difference. In Jewish schools, their children are not just one in a crowd. Each child is given the special guidance and concern he needs. Parents and teachers work together as full partners.
I tell my parents every day what I learn in school and how it like felt, and that I was so happy to learn it, and it felt good knowing every day I learned something new about my heritage. They're happy to see every day I come home with a smile.
This is a step with powerful lifelong impact on the entire family. And it's not an easy step for a family to take. There can be many pitfalls along the way as the children and their parents get accustomed to the different curriculum and structure of yeshiva. Our strength and the cornerstone of our success is our firm commitment to stand by our families every step of the way.
We have a host of other programs, Kiruv programs, to allow them to be able to get involved while they are going to school. And if we don't get a chance to go down to their homes, very often a parent themselves would feel very uncomfortable sending their child to our summer camp. They'll feel uncomfortable themselves to come to our Shabbatonim. But going down to their homes and them seeing that, yes, we understand them, we're here for them, we're not here to change them. And we have programs that they can benefit from that they'll enjoy. Very often that will give them the opportunity to discover things they never did before.
Moving beyond the walls of the classroom, we provide tutors to help our newly enrolled children catch up with their Jewish studies. Through our Mishmer program, we cultivate our children's love of learning and give them confidence to succeed. Making the switch to yeshiva is a big transition. Oorah is there every step of the way, helping to find the right school, get the child enrolled, and wherever necessary, helping to pay tuition. For children whose parents don't yet understand the obligation to teach their children Torah, Oorah becomes the parent. But school is only half the story. Oorah works with the parents as well, so that wherever possible, the family can grow together. We help the child live what he is learning in school. We teach women how to make a start at bringing Shabbos into their homes. We bring ritual objects like mezuzahs into the home and teach the family the mitzvahs involved in each. When a family is ready to make its kitchen kosher, Oorah is there to guide them through each step. We're not just scrubbing, scraping, and boiling. We're educating the family.